Hello students, today we shall discuss meter bridge. Okay, this is the real practical use of Wheatstone bridge, in which we measure an unknown resistance. Okay, in the previous class we have discussed the Wheatstone bridge. That was theoretical approach, but this is real practical approach. How unknown resistance is measured using meter bridge. Okay, here is the diagram. You see R is the unknown resistance. I think yes, R is the unknown resistance here. R unknown resistance. S is a known resistance. Here from this point A to here, you look, this is a metal frame or metal rod, you can say. This one, again this one, again this one. These are metal frames. From this point to this point, from A to C, there is a wire. This wire you can see. This wire. This is not a simple wire. It is a resistive wire. Resistive wire means it has resistance like this R and S. Okay, from A to C. Here is the galvanometer connected between point B and D. Okay, but this arrow mark indicates that this end is free. It can be attached to any point on this wire. Okay, it can be moved. Okay, adjusted. So and rest is same. Here is a battery, here is a key. Okay, as soon as the key is short on, current will be going through the Wheatstone bridge or the meter bridge. Here it is meter bridge. It is called meter bridge because from point A to C, the length is total 100 centimeter. That is 1 meter. Okay, here is the scale. It is a meter scale actually. Okay, it is here for a purpose to measure the length from point A to D and D to C. Okay, so as soon as the switch is on, if galvanometer shows some deflection, that means from point B to D there is a current, which indicates that bridge is not balanced. So we have to move the point D here and there. We have to adjust it so that at certain point galvanometer will indicate zero deflection. At that point, between point B and D there is no current and the bridge is said to be balanced. And we do know that in balanced condition, this resistance by this resistance is equal to this resistance by this resistance. Got my point? R by the resistance of this length L, S by resistance of this length 100 minus L. Okay, now here you look, R by resistance of the length L. RCM is nothing but resistance of the the wire. Resistance of this wire. As I said before, this is a wire having resistance. This is a resistive wire. Okay, so its resistance per unit length is RCM. Since we have got a length of L, so total resistance will be RCM into L. Similarly, S by 100 minus L, RCM, resistance of the 100 minus L length. So RCM from both sides cancel out. Then remaining part is R by S is equal to L by 100 minus L. Then simply R is equal to SL by 100 minus L. Here S is the known resistance, L is the measured length where the balance condition is shown by the galvanometer, and rest is just calculation of R. Okay, so this is the method for finding an unknown resistance using meter bridge. This is first application of Wheatstone bridge. In the next class we shall discuss potentiometer. For the time being we have to discuss a numerical. I think here you look, a numerical in a meter bridge. It is showing figure 3.27. Here is figure 3.27. Okay, very similar to our figure. In a meter bridge, the null point is found at a distance of 33.7 centimeter from A. Null point means balance condition. Okay. From point A, it is 33.7 centimeter. That means it is directly giving L value. L is equal to 33.7 centimeter. Okay. If now a resistance of 12 ohm is connected in parallel with S, what is S? As I said, S is the known resistance. Another resistance is connected in parallel with S. What is that resistance? That is 12 ohm. Okay. The null point occurs at 51.9 centimeter. Determine the values of R and S. Okay. So let us first draw the diagram. This is R, this is S. It says another resistance 12 ohm is connected in parallel with S. So total becomes S parallel to 12. And as soon as this is connected, the null point occurs at 51.9 centimeter. That means L becomes 51.9 centimeter. This is for this case, but it was this when there was no 12 ohm. Okay. Now for this case the equation will be R by S is equal to, what is the formula? Formula was SL by 100 minus L. That means R by S is equal to L by 100 minus L. L by 100 minus L. Okay. What is L here? L is 33.7 by 100 minus 33.7. Okay. Now this is equation 1. In the bottom it will be, this is 33.7. 100 minus 33, it is 67. 66.3. Okay. Now this is equation 1. Now in the second case, the balance point is at 51.9, but in place of S we have to put S parallel to 12. Okay. So what is S parallel to 12 first? S parallel to 12 ohm is equal to S into 12 by S plus 12. This is equal to 12S by S plus 12. Okay. Now R by S, sorry, in place of S we have to put S parallel to 12. That is 12S by S plus 12 is equal to L by 100 minus L. New L has become 51.9. So 51.9 divided by 100 minus 51.9. This is equal to 51.9. 100 minus 51, 49, 48.1. Okay. Now you look here. If I rearrange this, it will become R by S into S plus 12 by 12 is equal to 519 by 481. Remember, recall that R by S is nothing but 337 by 663. So 337 by 663 663 into S plus 12 by 12 is equal to 519 by 481. Now you look in this equation, only variable is S. Okay, rest is simple calculation. S is S plus 12 is equal to 519 by 481 into 12 into 663 divided by 337. First calculate it, then just subtract 12 from it. You will get S. Okay, once you get S value, you can put it in this equation. R by S is equal to 337 by 663. Then you will get R value. Okay, so if you calculate like this, your answer will be S is equal to 13.5 ohm, R is equal to 6.86 ohm. Okay, that's all for today. In the next class, I think we will end this chapter. Okay, thank you.